you're a Creole, you're born into it, you're induced, right? Yeah, that's a great story about abduction today. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters, and especially Jim. Wonderful topic today, and a very engaging way to open it up by asking a question. Classic. Can never go wrong with asking a question. Getting the audience interested in what you're about to go through. You had a strong voice today and really good enunciation. One of your goals was to present the ideas in a clear manner, and it's really important that we can understand what you're saying. You talked about a lot of things like Acadians, Creoles. We learned a lot of new lingo today. And I was really interested, particularly in Creoles, because it didn't matter whether they were black, white, brown, yellow. They were all, regardless of origin, they were all French Catholic. They had a culture. And there's so many stories that can go with that. I also enjoyed the historical mention of Napoleon liking cash. That got our attention as well. And I really had fun when you had I really enjoyed how you explained the geography of the area with your little gesture for Canal Street dividing the city. And I particularly enjoyed your story about Uncle Paul Morphy, the world chess champion. Just really painted a clear picture overall of how the city is laid out, to the point where I don't think you needed the map. But if you did have the map, it could have been in front of you, larger, with more on it, because I noticed there wasn't much on it compared to what you said in your speech. So perhaps painting a picture visually with your speech would have been enough. Things you can work on is when you came out from the podium, you pretty much stuck to this spot. This is your spot. I didn't see you move too many other places in the room, and you scanned a lot instead of really taking time to focus on individuals. And maybe you weren't aware of that because you were giving the speech and you weren't thinking about it, but it would have engaged us with you more. The hat. If you're gonna wear it, don't look down, because then your face disappears. And we want to keep you engaged with us. I also felt like I missed out on hearing a story about your actual trip. How many of you wanted to hear a story about the trip? Because I heard someone say afterwards, hey, what about this? What about that? What did you see? And I would have liked to hear more about that and kind of maybe bring that in or expand from the story about your uncle. You could also have used, and this is unlike you, but I think you today could have used a little bit more vocal variety and a little bit more with the gestures. And you could have moved around the stage a little bit more as well. Overall, I enjoyed the content, the idea. I feel like you achieved your objectives, and overall, very interesting topic. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Buzz. Okay, we're going on to our next evaluator. Please welcome David Schaefer.